We are live at Allegiant Stadium, Big 12 Media Days from Las Vegas. This is your day-to-day BYU Sports play-by-play. I'm Spencer Linton, teamed up with former NFL and BYU wide receiver Austin Collie. You just saw highlights from Oklahoma State's dynamic duo, Ollie Gordon II. Just spoke with him, had a great conversation with him. Now it's time for the Cowboys quarterback, Alan Bowman, to make his Media Day debut on BYUSN. Alan, welcome to BYU Sports Nation.
Yeah, glad to be here.
First time in Vegas.
First time in Vegas.
Which is pretty wild, man.
For being 24, you know, it's a 21st birthday type thing. But, yeah, first time here.
It's crazy.
Okay, you were just telling us during the break, you got to see the Bellagio fountains, but you couldn't get anybody to go see a magic show with you.
I know.
Who doesn't want to go see David Copperfield?
I know. I'm a big magic guy. I was all like the America's Got Talent, all the magic shows get me going. But it was a little late, you know, after dinner, so I had to get rested up and look pretty for you guys here.
Well, the mustache is looking
like
healthy.
That? Yeah.
How long, out of curiosity, how long does it take you to do that?
I have been growing out some facial hair I've just been able to for about a year, and I said, you know what, let's try to do something different. I've never had a mustache in my life until yesterday. I got my hair cut, and we're like, you know what, let's do it.
So one of the questions I asked Ollie in the previous little segment was the demeanor of Alan from year one to year two and the confidence from year one to year two. How has that changed? And I think that it's summed up on his face right now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
absolutely.
Your confidence has to be at a 10 to be rocking that stash right now.
Absolutely. Well, Pistol Pete, right? Oklahoma State Cowboys, I feel like it just fits right in. It's orange, right? That's my hair. So, but to get back to year one to year two, right? I think learning a new offense, it was like my 5th offense in 6 years.
Yeah.
So it's been really good to be able to put 2 years back to back with an offense and get more comfortable with it. Being able to look back at a full season of tape and say, hey, we need to get better at this, and then have the time to get better at it. So that's why I'm excited for this year.
Yeah, it's been a journey for you through college football. It started at Texas Tech in 2018, and now here we are going into the 2024 season. So, I mean, you are a true veteran. For those that don't know your journey, how did it start in Lubbock and end up where you are in Stillwater?
Yeah, originally from the Grapevine, Texas, Dallas area. Out of high school, went to Texas Tech, graduated there in 3 years. Felt as if some things didn't go the right way, and I could play at the highest level. And so Coach Harbaugh and Michigan came along, and I thought that I can compete with the best of them. Ended up going up there and falling up a little short at the job, obviously behind great players like J.J. McCarthy's top 10 pick, and Cade McNamara, who's at Iowa now. So, and then Dan Villari, who's a tight end at Syracuse. Wow. So those are the top four guys are all playing in the NFL or college now. So to be able to win 2 Big Ten championships, back-to-back college football playoffs, and to see what first-round draft picks look like and what championship football looks like, was able to take the lessons and playing time that I had at Texas Tech, and then the championship culture at Michigan, and then to come back closer to home, the Dallas area, and then with Coach Gundy and Oklahoma State, kind of put it all together.
So throughout that time, I imagine you're grabbing just nuggets everywhere, right?
Gosh. Yeah, I mean, even though I didn't play much on the field, I feel like I gained so much knowledge in football. At Texas Tech, it was throw it 60 times a game, air raid offense, and then I show up in Ann Arbor, and they're like, all right, now take a 7-step under center reverse play action drop, check the call and 3rd and down, or we're
a little different.
Fronts. Right, so I had 2 left feet, and it makes me understand why the Pat Mahomes needed a year or 2 in the NFL to understand how it works. So I think it's at least an advantage for me at the next level, where now I didn't run an entire NFL offense, but at least I've had a taste of going under center and looking at guys in the huddle and stuff like that.
Does it get awkward at all, passing Texas Tech or any of the same coaches still?
It was cool. No, not the same coaches, but Kirby Holcutt, the athletic director, and Matt Dowdy, one of the communication guys. It was just good to see them. I haven't seen them in 3-4 years, so a little weird. I wish we did play in Lubbock this year, because that would have been pretty cool to go back into the old stadium and play it, but they're coming to Stillwater on senior night, so I probably have 50 people that would be coming to that one.
Oklahoma State quarterback Alan Bowman is with us on BYU Sports Nation. You beat BYU in a dramatic rally in the final game of the regular season to get to the Big 12 championship. Obviously, you lose to Texas there, but it was after a rough start for Oklahoma State. It was about as good of a result you could have hoped for. I mean, so much improvement in the season. You're picked 3rd this year. So how do you manage expectations of being a team that did play in the Big 12 title, conference expands, and now you're picked 3rd?
Yeah. The BYU game was one of the craziest games of my career, to be honest. I think it was the biggest comeback myself has ever had. So, I mean, I think there was a lot of pressure knowing that we had to win to go to the Big 12 championship game, and then you guys obviously had to win to make a bowl game. So as maybe some wasn't the biggest highlighted on the media, to us and everyone in that stadium was a huge game. So I think there's a little more pressure in it. And then kind of coming back to it was a resiliency to our team. And then for us to be seen in the Big 12, I think we have 20 returning starters. So I think picked third is whatever. I think it's what's picked at the end of the season, not what's picked in the beginning. So we can just take it for what it is and move on.
So nowadays with the transfer portal, right, it's every single time it opens, we see a lot of action.
Yes.
Very little from Oklahoma State. What do you think that has? What do you attribute that to? What part does Coach Gundy play in that? What part does the locker room play in that? Because I think there is something to be said about, when it does open, if there's little to any activity coming from your school, that says a lot about the program and the head coach, frankly.
Absolutely. The culture that they've created at Oklahoma State's unbelievable. I've had the pleasure to he's my fourth head coach in college football, but the things that he's built and put in, it's 20th year, 21st year, and so he basically has built a machine and gets to sit back and watch it. So he has the blueprints. This is what we do. This is how we win. This is who we are. And if you don't fit that, then you're most likely going to leave. But most of the guys that are there, and they do a great job in recruiting in and out of the portal, that nobody wants to leave, and especially this year, said, hey, everybody has the opportunity to come back. We know what we can be. So we said, you know what, let's all do it. And kind of one guy said, I'm coming back. Ollie said he was coming back. All 6 linemen said they're coming back. And it's like, well, I want to come back. So at that point, that was just kind of like, hey, we got a really good thing going, and let's not mess with it.
Let's talk about Ollie and we just spoke with them and straight up complimented him for handling almost an impossibly difficult situation.
Yes.
Like he said, look, I made a mistake, but I did not want to leave my teammates and coach out there to answer all the questions for me. So he comes and answers. And when you're going through an arrest and a DUI, that is not simple as a high-profile college athlete. So what have you seen from him, especially over the past couple of weeks, that maybe you didn't know before, or maybe something that has been revealed to you about his character in the past couple of weeks going through this?
Definitely. I think him owning up to it, kind of saying, you know what, I did make a mistake. I was in the wrong. A lot of guys that may be in denial where it's like an excuse or no, that wasn't me, or it was somebody else's fault in a way. But for him to say, hey, you know what, this was on me. This was a mistake that I made, and I'm going to get better from it. And I'm going to show up and work even harder now to become an even better football player and a better teammate. That's what he's been doing the past couple of days and past weeks, and we've all seen it. So I think we'll be able to move past it.
Okay, so you played BYU in Provo this year.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to the most? High altitude?
Yeah, not the high altitude.
Scenery? I mean, not to get in your head at all.
Yeah.
But is it the scenery? What is it?
Yeah, I've never been to Utah, so I'm excited to go. It'll be my first time. A lot of firsts.
Yeah.
Did we get outside of Dallas at all when we were living in Dallas?
I grew up.
We haven't been to Utah. We haven't been to Vegas.
I've been to a lot of places, though. I have, but those are two that I haven't. But I did like to I like to travel, really. I do.
Okay.
So one of my good buddies has a house in Salt Lake and has
nice.
Skis all the time. So all my friends are going to actually go up there. So at some time, then I'll be in Utah, not in a football uniform. But yeah, I'm excited. I've heard it's loud and rowdy there. So and we got the Friday night game on ESPN.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be rocking. So and in the mountains and stuff, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I mean, we get after it.
Yeah.
Over there in Provo.
Yeah. And
right?
what was it, Cosmo? Where's he at? Over here, and I'm flying and stuff like that, and the one-arm push-ups and stuff.
Yeah. The best mascot.
You recognize the great Cosmo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But now I can acknowledge it now. Because when I land or get in Provo, I'm not acknowledging anything.
Yes.
I have a job to do.
Take care of it now.
Absolutely.
For sure.
But,
and for what it's worth, Pistol Pete's one of the most iconic mascots in all of college
The biggest
sports.
head in college football. Mascots have big heads. I don't think anyone beats that head.
No. It weighs so much.
Yeah, it's plastic, too, yeah.
I talked to a couple of the guys that have to put that thing on, and they showed me their custom boots that they have.
Oh, they get everything. Yeah.
They told me that
boots?
someone offered them $20,000 to buy those because only Pistol Pete's get those unique boots. And they're like, I'm not selling these.
Well, listen to this. There's two of them, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but there's like two of them, and they go to like 400 events a year.
Really?
That's unbelievable.
It's like over 400 events a year.
So what, Cosmo's at like, 800 then?
Well,
I mean, I'm sure just as a mascot thing, I'm sure. But isn't it unbelievable?
That's crazy.
The commitment.
Oh, my gosh.
Is, in fact,
There he is.
Johnny on the spot.
Oh, there he is.
Pistol,
Come on, baby. Come on. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Me and you. Me and you. Right here.
Alan Bowman and
Check us
Pistol
out.
P rocking.
Let's have a
We're
look.
pretty much twins.
$20,000
We're pretty much twins. We're pretty much twins.
Those custom boots are legit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They look good. They look good.
Outstanding.
See you soon.
The timing of that was fantastic.
How about that?
All right, Alan, as we wrap up, 16-team conference. No Texas and Oklahoma is a major headline for most college football fans around the country. But what does the Big 12 bring with 16 teams, even though they don't have Oklahoma and Texas this year?
I think high competition. It's anybody's conference. I think it's cool. There's a lot of favorites in other conferences, but you look at the Big 12 and who we have and everyone's here, I feel like anybody can win it.
5 teams got a first-place vote.
Absolutely, which is I don't even know how many, if any other conference had that. So I think it's fun. It'll be competitive. There'll be a different 2 teams, and hopefully Oklahoma State and maybe BYU or the Big 12 championship for the foreseeable future would be nice. But just as a conference as a whole, I think it's in a really good spot.
Ollie told us he wants a 99 rating in EA Sports. Where would you put your rating?
Yeah, 99 is crazy. I would go 89, 90. I'd like to be around there. I think there's room to grow. Absolutely. So I think year 1 kind of knocking the rust off, and year 2 it'll be able to change at the end of the season.
I just hope we can customize you and add.
Absolutely.
The
It's new. Yeah, you're right.
Create a player if not.
Yeah, we'll have to call EA and say we need to throw a mustache on there.
Oh, it's
no
awesome.
question.
Hey, Alan, we really enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by,
Absolutely.
man.
As painful as it was for BYU fans to watch the rally, I know that they respected you and Ollie, and we're cheering hard for you in the Big 12
Thanks so
championship
much.
game. We wish you the best moving forward.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, best of luck.
Alan Bowman, quarterback of the Oklahoma State Cowboys.